Do you want to meet your most ideal self? Start by learning how to be brave. The quickest way to reach your full potential is to live courageously and step outside of your comfort zone. The issue is that many of us allow our fears to get in the way. We don't apply for jobs because we're afraid we won't be qualified. We may also avoid making positive changes in our lives because we are afraid of the unknown. Does this sound familiar? This is due to the fact that we all experience fear. It's a normal human reaction. However, living in constant fear of the what-if can hold us back in both our professional and personal lives. Is it always a bad thing to be afraid? Fear isn't always a negative emotion. After all, fear has always been a normal and healthy reaction to threatening situations. It activates our fight-or-flight response and keeps us safe from potential threats. We don't experience true fear as frequently as our cave-dwelling forefathers did. However, there are times when it manifests as a gut feeling or a sudden instinct. Assume you're walking down the street late at night. Fear sets in when your senses detect subtle signs that you are in danger. Listening to your body's intuition can save your life in these situations. Fear is another extremely powerful human emotion. It can guide you to the area of yourself that requires the most attention. In other words, doing whatever you're most afraid of leads to the most personal growth. For example, if you're afraid of fighting, learn any martial art. It will boost your confidence and help you to overcome the fear of fighting. Always remember, brothers, we only fear those things that we haven't experienced yet. If you're afraid of public speaking, give a presentation in front of dozens of people. It can be extremely empowering and help in your development as a more confident individual. Improving and mastering public speaking skills is critical to remaining competitive in today's job market. Fear, on the other hand, becomes a problem when it prevents you from living your life to the fullest. This fear frequently manifests as anxiety. Anxiety is a consistent reaction to things that may or may not be a threat to you. And they aren't even immediate threats, but rather things you expect to happen but may not. Can you be courageous when you're scared? The words brave and courage are frequently used interchangeably, but they are not synonymous. Fearlessness is required for bravery. On the other hand, being courageous does not indicate that you are not afraid. It entails doing something even if it scares you. Nelson Mandela said, "Courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it." It takes time and practice to learn how to be courageous in the face of fear. Consider it like learning a new skill. It can be extremely liberating once you've mastered it. Similarly, being courageous when the situation calls for it can be developed. It is never too late to overcome your fears and step outside of your comfort zone. In this video, I am going to tell you 7 ways to become a braver version of yourself. Number 1, recognize your fear. Never try to brush your fear aside. It will gain more power as a result. Instead, you must recognize and accept your fears. We all have them, and there's nothing wrong with that. As previously stated, bravery is not about overcoming fear, but about moving forward despite it. Number 2, deal with it. Confronting your fear is about understanding the underlying reasons why you're afraid in the first place. For example, if you're afraid to ask for a salary increase or apply for a new job, ask yourself why. Is it because you're afraid you won't get it? Are you afraid of being rejected, failing, or being mocked? You'll quickly realize that your fear is frequently your ego's attempt to protect itself from feeling diminished. In reality, these experiences will make you stronger, not weaker. Number 3, get used to be uncomfortable. American writer and self-improvement pioneer Dale Carnegie once said, "Do the thing you fear to do and keep doing it, That is the quickest and surest way ever yet discovered to conquer fear. So, if you're afraid of being alone, go to a movie by yourself. Take a solo trip if you want to be even more daring. Putting yourself in situations that scare you is the best way to become fearless. When you do them despite your fear, fear will lose its grip on you. Number 4, make being brave a habit. Don't stop once you've overcome your fear. By overcoming your fears on a regular basis, you can build up your fearlessness like a muscle. In her book Fear is Not an Option, author Monica Berg suggests making a list of things you would do if you weren't afraid. Make your own list and start doing those things. Begin with the simplest and work your way up. When you learn how to live courageously, you'll realize how much you were missing out on because fear was getting in the way. Number 5, practice mindfulness. Practicing mindfulness in all aspects of your life entails staying in the present moment at all times. Mindfulness practices such as breath work and meditation can help you in reducing stress and anxiety. According to mindfulness teacher and author of The Power of Now, fear is entirely created by the mind. You're always afraid of what might happen, rather than what is happening right now. The threat he is referring to is not immediate. He's referring to feelings of unease, anxiety, or worry about a made-up problem in the future. You learn to observe your thoughts when you practice mindfulness. You also learn not to let them control you and turn your fear into a nightmare. Number 6, accept failure. We are frequently afraid to do something because we are afraid of failing. We try it once and give up as soon as we fail. Instead of being afraid of failure, we should embrace it and turn it into a learning experience. So how do we do that? Begin by developing resilience. When resilient people don't succeed, they try not to be too hard on themselves and maintain a growth mindset. With a growth mindset, you believe you can learn from your mistakes and try again. Number 7, do not strive for perfection. To overcome fear, approach everything you do with the mindset of a beginner. If you want to try something you're afraid of, don't go in with any expectations. Approach it with curiosity and don't be concerned about the outcome. Learning not to judge an outcome as good or bad eliminates the fear of failure. Rather than striving for perfection, strive to learn and grow. I hope this video will help you to conquer your fears. For watching more self-improvement videos like this, please hit the like and subscribe button and be the part of Superior Society.